minutes remain in the fourth quarter regulation in Game 5 of the NBA playoffs. Welcome back to the Pontiac Silverdome. And tonight's crowd, 41,732, the top playoff crowd ever. Broke the 1980 mark of 40,000 plus at Seattle. And it's ironic, Bill, that in the last game played at the Silverdome as the Pistons moved to a beautiful new state-of-the-art plant at Auburn Hills called the Palace, that they break the all-time playoff record.
And I think we're going to hear a very loud crowd in this fourth period.
They had the largest all-time crowd here against the Celtics, 61,000. They drew over 1 million. What a great story. Basketball thriving in Detroit.
James Worthy back in the lineup. They were trying to get him the ball right off the bat.
Michael Thompson travels, turns it over. So despite 4 fouls for Worthy, he's in there. A.C. Green is on the bench. Big problem in this game has been the guards for the Lakers. They've been outscored by the Detroit backcourt, 36-22.
And we're seeing the trap right now. 2 reasons. Lambier and Isaiah Thomas are off the court.
See how quickly Chuck Daly gets him back. Dumars, and the guards continue to do tremendous work. Dumars with 16, Vinnie Johnson 14, and Isaiah 8.
We might not have to bring him back too quickly if they keep doing that.
83-75, Worthy, rebound, Rodman. And now the Pistons, who had a 13-point lead, cut to 2, can open it up to 10 right here.
You know, you look at the Pistons right now, there's only one starter on the court right now, and that's Joe Dumars.
And an offensive foul.
Detroit ball.
James Edwards. That'll be his third foul. And Kareem, who leads the Lakers scoring with 22, comes back in.
Replacing Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson gets a rest, so Kareem and Michael Thompson are in there up front with Worthy. Scott is 0 for 6 since the first quarter. The basket. Scott is scoring at a 16-point clip in the games here, 25 in the games at L.A.
And more importantly, right now, he hit a big shot because he hadn't hit a field goal since the first period.
83-77. Off the screen, Vinnie Johnson. Good rotation by the Lakers. Rodman tries to keep it alive and does to Sally. Edwards. And a loose ball foul is called against the Lakers. But there was Rodman and Sally, the 2 second-year
Los Angeles ball number 33.
Banging the boards, and Kareem picks up his second.
Well, what these 2 forwards bring is that quickness that they don't have when Dantley and Mahorn are in the game.
Thomas is back in. Dumars gets a hand. This is his best game of the playoffs, 16 points. So now if the Lakers want to trap, they've got to contend with Isaiah Thomas. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Nearly 2 minutes elapsed here in the fourth period. Edwards, tough shot. He has Scott's hand in his face.
Oh, that was great defense by the Lakers, but James Edwards is just hitting everything he puts up.
8 points for Edwards. He has played well when the Pistons win. When they haven't, he hasn't. Kareem back with a windmill hook. He's got 24.
From Michael Cooper.
Cooper is on Isaiah Thomas. They go on right to James Edwards, who's fouled. They're making Kareem work defensively. That makes his 24 points even more phenomenal.
Number 33.
This is the first game where he's had somebody really pushing him at the defensive end.
The Lakers trailed by 9. They're shooting 63%. They were 9 down at the half. They're down by 6. So they're going all out here in Detroit, though. Cooley hitting the open shot when they have it and getting the ball to James Edwards inside. You mentioned all the centers, Billy, earlier that the Pistons tried. Jack McCloskey got the man he needed in James Edwards from Phoenix, an original number 3 draft pick from the L.A. Lakers, who ironically was traded to Indiana at one time for Adrian Dantley, a teammate now.
Chuck Daly coached him in Cleveland when Bill Lambier was there, and Bill Lambier was James Edwards' backup.
This game and this situation, this matchup dripping with irony, huh? Here's Edwards on the line.
Edwards.
He has 8 points. Lakers is that he's a veteran.
A veteran probably playing the best basketball right now of his career. I haven't seen him this aggressive back-to-back games, and that was one of the things that knocks about him as a basketball player.
Also, he was always hurt. When he was healthy, he was always a good player. Kareem, good defense by Edwards. And Edwards can't save it, goes out of bounds. Great hustle by James Edwards. This is, as he said, once-in-a-lifetime experience for him.
Now here he is, really contests Jabbar's shot. Jabbar thought he was fouled, couldn't tell there, and he just goes chasing after the ball, but he stepped out of bounds.
9:08 to go, and I wonder if they're checking the clock here.
Now they're questioning, did the ball hit the backboard or not? And it did.
So it stays as 24 seconds, which is what's up there.
Hit right off the corner of the backboard.
Magic Johnson in there. He has 14 points. He's got Vinnie Johnson on him. They'll try to take advantage of Magic. Now Rodman on Michael Thompson.
Well, we've seen him play the point guard, the lead guard, and at times he ended up switched off on Jabbar.
And great hustle just to knock the ball out of bounds. 5 seconds for the Lakers to try a shot. They're not keeping Rodman on Magic with this Laker lineup in there.
Well, they feel that right at this moment, the guy that they're probably going to look to go to offensively is worthy, and they want their best defensive player in that position.
Kareem off balance. Called for traveling. But the Pistons made it happen with terrific defense, and Kareem is angry.
Well, he thought he got pushed from the rear, and that's why he walked.
87-79. Pistons with 8:40 remaining. Game number 5. The winner of this game will take a 3-2 lead into the Forum on Sunday. Game 6 and 7 will be in Los Angeles.
And we see them going inside against James Edwards. They've scored the last 2 times down.
7 if necessary, of course. Vinnie Johnson. Rebound. Sally. Foul. And the Lakers are going to have to keep the young legs off the board.
We mentioned in the first half when they were down 13-2, 15-2 at one point. Who came off the bench to ignite them? John Sally. Same thing in this third period. Watch Rodman on the offensive glass. There's John Sally. Worthy not checking him off the glass.
The foul is on Magic Johnson, his third. 3 team fouls on the Lakers. Interesting that Detroit has no team fouls yet in this period, and normally they're in the penalty pretty fast.
That's a big factor in the fourth period, because a team, when you're behind, if you become too aggressive, all you're going to be doing is putting them on the foul line.
1 out of 2 for John Sally. He has 7 points. Most points he scored was 9 in the second game. Magic picked up by Sally on the switch. And they have Michael Thompson posting up against Vinnie Johnson and a Detroit foul. Their first.
Well, what they do, any pick and roll, they're looking to just switch, and that's why Vinnie Johnson ends up with Michael Thompson. Jerry Buss is not very pleased at this moment.
Magic with a hook. Kareem under the basket.